Congressman Jeff Fortenberry is co-sponsoring legislation that was just approved by the Natural Resources Committee.
That legislation deals with the Chief Standing Bear National Historic Trail. Here to tell us more about that is Congressman Jeff Fortenberry himself. Always glad to have you here on the show.
Good afternoon. Good to see you.
Yeah. How's everything in D.C. going?
Get back tomorrow, and actually this piece of legislation will be on the floor of the House of Representatives tomorrow. I'll be trying to guide it through, and we got it through the Senate, so we've had to start over, but I feel pretty good about the prospects.
Great. Well, maybe tell us more about it. I know we had a caller earlier who's very interested in this, so maybe you could tell us.
Sure, glad to. Well, the background is many Nebraskans are aware of Chief Standing Bear. In 1877, he and the Ponca tribe were forcibly removed from the Niobrara River Valley from their home, their ancestral homeland, and relocated in Oklahoma. Along the way, about a third of the tribe died from starvation and disease, including his daughter. When he got to Oklahoma, his own son died. But before Bear Shield died, Chief Standing Bear promised him that he would bury him back on their native homeland. So in 1878, he began to make the trip back with his son and was arrested. And there was a big trial in Omaha. The forerunner to the Omaha World Herald picked it up. It became a nationally known story. Chief Standing Bear himself testified, and I brought a paragraph of his testimony with me because it's quite powerful. He raised his hand before the judge and said, "That hand is not the color of yours, but if I pierce it, I shall feel pain. If you pierce your hand, you will feel pain. The blood that will flow from mine will be the same color as yours. I am a man. God made us both." And with that, the trial was concluded, and it was ruled in favor. The judge ruled in favor of Chief Standing Bear, and it was the first time that Native Americans were recognized as full persons under U.S. law, 1879. So Chief Standing Bear has a notable place in our civil rights leadership of this country, and I think to designate a trail in his honor so that this story is retold again and again, a story of courage and determination and civil rights in our country, I think is a worthwhile endeavor of the Congress. So that's why we're doing this.
It's really amazing, and it's something
powerful.
Powerful. And Nebraskans, I think a lot of times don't really know that whole story or think about that, but that's a big part of our history and heritage.
It certainly is, and that's why we're excited as well. There's a Chief Standing Bear breakfast coming up again in a few weeks that the Nebraska Indian Commission is hosting. It's named in his honor. School kids from around the state will probably give speeches in honor of his legacy, and it also celebrates Native American culture. But you're right, this is a story that is not as known as well as it should be. It's from our part of the world, and we want to share this with America. That's why I think it's so important that we do this in Congress.
So then, Congressman, what is the next step then?
Well, this will designate a study for a physical location of a trail that would be named in his honor, that would basically follow the trail that they took when they were forcibly removed by the government to Oklahoma. And then after the study is done, hopefully again that would be designated by the United States government, and it would be something that people can follow, ride their bikes on, portions of it anyway, and actually it would be marked on maps and other types of things, so that again we celebrate it as a part of our ongoing cultural history in this country.
Just an amazing way to continue the legacy of Chief Standing Bear and to learn more about it, as you mentioned, with a trail. That sounds really great.
Yeah, so important to the history of Nebraska.
Absolutely,
of course it is. So, Congressman, we're out of time, but thank you for being here again today.
We used up all the time. I'm sorry.
We did.
I thought we were going to talk about a couple of different things.
I know.
Well,
I don't know.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I don't think we can. I think we might be running out of
time. You'll have to come back. Thank you.
Pleasure seeing you.
Thank you. Well, it's sunny.